everybody, welcome back to Dakota Does Dressage. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video, but honestly not too much has been going on. We've had a lot of smoke from the wildfires in Canada. In fact, today again we're dealing with some smoke, so I only did a little bit of light work with Dakota, but between the smoke and the bad air quality, and Dakota's still been kind of weird about the cinch and the saddle situation, I haven't ridden him in probably 2 months. Plus, I am getting over a cold. If you can't tell by my kind of yucky sounding voice, I was sick for like 2 weeks straight. I couldn't even talk for a week. So what have we been doing? I've been kind of diving into equine massage, thinking at least if I'm not riding, I could be doing some of that with him, which I'm not certified, but I'm really interested in it. And I've just been going on YouTube and looking at massage videos from, a couple different people, but mostly the Masterson method. And I'll link everything in the description below if you're interested in checking those out. And the more I've been doing it, the more I'm getting really into it. I think it's so cool. I was really skeptical at first, thinking if I just touch my horse here, well, not just anywhere, but in specific points on them, they'll blink and then they'll start to release tension and relax and lick and chew and yawn and do all of these really cool things. And, me not having taken a class or worked with someone or attended a clinic, and I'm just kind of messing around with it, I'm getting him to react in those ways, which I'm like, what? This is really bizarre. So I think that might be something in the future I actually want to pursue, getting a certification, not necessarily to work on other people's horses, but just as a really important tool in my toolbox as a horse owner. If I intend to have horses in my future, which I do, I'd love to be able to work on them myself. And, it's just increasing my connection with him, especially the more I understand about him, just the better our relationship is going to be. So, if you're kind of in a tough spot like I am, where you're not able to ride your horse, just something happens, I really recommend looking at some body work to do in the meantime, just to teach yourself. I've been back and forth about why has he been so weird about the girth. Is it that my new saddle doesn't fit, or is it just that he's really having a hard time recovering from the Lyme disease, which can cause stiffness and soreness in joints? Or could it be something gastrointestinal? Because I've heard from a lot of people here at the barn who've treated their horses for Lyme disease that the doxycycline, that's typically what you use to treat it with, can really give them some gastrointestinal discomfort, which is technically colic. But, so some people suggested, why don't you try giving him a pre and probiotic just to see if that helps. So he has been on a pre and probiotic for about a month. I'm noticing improvement, but at the same time, I haven't been riding him. So, could it just be that he needed some rest? And which makes me think, again, maybe the new saddle doesn't actually fit. So I came up to the barn today just to kind of see where he was. Vet did come and check on him on Tuesday, so just a few days ago, earlier this week. And we put the new saddle on. Now, she said she's not a saddle fitter, but she's like, let me just see your saddles. Let's see how he's reacting. He had no reaction. Absolutely none. He let me put the saddle on. He let me put the girth on. He let me cinch him up. He acted like we do this every day. And what's the big deal? And I was mad. I was honestly like, really? Really? Today? You're cool with this? So we brought him out here to the indoor, and I lunged him with the saddle on. I did not ride him, and he looked fantastic. He had like this super nice flowy trot, great canter, looked like, everything was just perfect in his world. So We didn't do all of that with the old saddle. She just kind of was like, he would benefit from more massage, maybe actually get, you know, a real person who does massage out here to work on him. Not sure that chiropractic would necessarily be the right move, because it's more when their muscles are out of whack, that's gonna pull their bones out of whack. So he might just need more attention to his muscles to get those in the right position, tension, I guess, versus jumping straight to chiropractic, because the chiropractic adjustments wouldn't hold for very long if what he really needs is the massage. So I'm going to look into that. And I do have a saddle fitter that's going to come at the end of the month to check out the saddles. So in the meantime, I'm kind of back and forth between the two, just seeing how he's reacting. So today, when we got up here, I put the new saddle on, and he acted like it was the worst thing in the world. He, again, as soon as I went to attach the girth to the off billet, he was pinning his ears and tossing his head. I went ahead and cinched him up. He gave me the same reaction that he gave in my last video. If you haven't watched that, it's basically the same. Don't put this on me, don't tighten this up. But I did, and I brought him out here and I just lunged him. I lunged him, he looked pretty good. But when I went to get on him, I didn't lunge him with the bridle on. I had that off, but I brought it with me. He wouldn't let me put the bit in his mouth, which again is not really like him. And I don't think it's a dental issue, because he's wearing it now. And when I put the old saddle on, he had no reaction to being girthed up, had no reaction to me putting the girth on the other side. Let me cinch him up just fine. You're crawling away from me, sir. And then gladly accepted the bit in his mouth, which I feel like he's telling me the new saddle is a no-go. Which breaks my heart, mostly because of the money. You know, I can sell it, but I'll not get what I paid for it. So I'll be out a little bit of money. But, you know, we'll see what the saddle fitter says before I jump to any conclusions or, you know, just decide to sell it or something. Because I'm not 100% sure that this saddle is perfect for him. Again, I know what bridging feels like, and it bridges. And the new saddle doesn't bridge, but if the bar angle is wonky on him and it's actually pinching at the top of the bar, where his withers are, like, of course, that's going to be painful and he's going to have reactions to that. So if anything, with the old saddle, I feel like maybe it's just, I don't know, it doesn't have enough rock to it, and the bridging is a bit of an issue, but the saddle fitter might have something different to say. So stay tuned for that. And we did have a nice little ride. Again, I'm not working him super hard because the air quality is terrible today. I just basically did some walking, trotting, and like one lope circle each direction, and he was great. For having 2 months off and being really out of shape, and me being really out of shape and out of balance, I'm elated today. I feel like, oh my God, my horse is coming back. So I doubt we'll do a test this month. If we do, I'm gonna do it in the old saddle. But we don't have a lot of time. I don't know how long this air quality is gonna stay bad. We might miss another month of doing tests, which would be a real bummer. But stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.